I'm this far from the mic,
And I'm this far from the mic.
and together we are
These fars from the mic.
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new show where it's Digi and Davoo playing the video games.
Yes.
And right now, I am playing the game.
Yeah.
A rare occurrence in a two-man show on the Digibro's channel.
Right.
Because I infamously struggle to talk and play at the same time, and my co-hosts infamously struggle to talk at the same time.
Yeah.
But Davoo here is one of the only people I know who puts me to shame on the talking front.
I don't know. I feel like I would say the same about you instead. Like, conversely. I feel like you're the only one who talks more than me, but I might be wrong.
What context are you referring to?
All of them?
Because in my day-to-day life, you talk more than anyone I've ever met in my life, by far.
Well then.
You are the most talkative human being I've ever been around.
I feel like I've tried to restrain myself a lot.
Well, it's that when you start, you don't stop. You just keep going and going and going and going.
That is indeed true. So anyway, this is Wario Land 4, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wario Land 4.
Game I've always heard people say is great and amazing and good. I'm not really familiar with it at all. Someone wrote a book about it.
I want to know about that. Who is this person who wrote this book?
Some sort of analysis of Wario Land 4 and why it's good. I don't really know anything about it but that.
I need to find
the fact
this.
that it's good. Yeah, if I had my phone on me, I'd look it up right now, but I guess that would be bad form for a Let's Play.
I don't know. You don't even have your phone on?
Correct.
So there's no option.
Yeah, the style of animation on this dude, on Wario here, is pretty unique. Like, he's usually a platformer, particularly in the Mario vein. The sprites are pretty, like, reserved. They don't, like, jitter and jank around like this.
Yeah.
This actually kind of looks more like one of the Yoshi games, like, in art style. Like, the really thick, cartoony lines on stuff.
There we go.
The sort of, like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The sort of, like, the coloring style, the way that, like, things have this sort of, like, pudgy, wispy texture to it. Looks kind of Yoshi-ish.
Yeah.
Looks Yoshi-y, if you will.
Yoshi-E. Oren Yoshi-E. You ever seen Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Do you remember the character Oren Ishii?
No.
The Japanese girl who she was...
Oh, yeah, Oren, yeah. Yeah.
Oren Ishii! We have unfinished business.
I only saw Kill Bill once, but yes.
Oh, I'm crawling.
So far this is tutorial, I see.
Wario is just a fun character to be, because he's not a good guy.
Indeed.
And he's got lots of, like, Mario doesn't have much personality, you know? He's like...
Everyone agrees. This is something that's weird. Normally this will be a thing where I only hear some people say this, but everyone agrees Mario is the least interesting Mario character.
Yeah, he really is. Well, because I think he suffers from Mickey Mouse syndrome.
As Yahtzee explained.
Did he say that exactly?
Well, he didn't say it like that, but he said, like, Nintendo needs to make sure that he appeals to absolutely everyone.
Exactly.
And so he can't have any opinions. If he doesn't like apples, they are afraid he might disengage the apple-liking demographic.
Right.
Whereas Luigi can have all sorts of personality, because it's okay if his games don't sell as well.
Right. Well, I think it's just, I don't know if it's so much about the mass market appeal as it is about the fact that Mario existed as a character before characters had a personality, kind of.
I guess.
And it's like, I feel like Mario has this, or Nintendo rather, has this weird fear of, like, accidentally bastardizing their characters.
Yes.
But as a result, they're not doing anything with them. Like,
Indeed.
Like Mario, he's been around forever, and we all know what he was like in the first game. So if they suddenly gave him a personality, then it would change what Mario has always been.
So that's this is what Amphituber's icon is from. Yeah.
I don't know Amphituber.
He's a viewer of ours. I think he's done videos.
I've seen the name before.
Yeah, and his icon is of this keybird thing. Yeah. It always feels great when I learn what a thing is from.
Oh, did I fuck up? I probably had to stand on that. Let's see if I can go back and do it. Nope. I missed out on this diamond.
Is this like 30 frames, this game?
I have no idea.
It looks like it. Is that supposed to be Game & Watch, by the way, in the tutorial?
It definitely looks like Mr. Game & Watch. So
minus the eye socket, so, yeah.
Yeah, I think with all their characters, it's kind of like how Link still doesn't have a voice,
Yeah.
you know, which drives me crazy. And I know they finally I think they gave Zelda a voice, at least in Breath of the Wild. Like there's been dialogue finally in like the trailers they've shown. You know, it's not just everyone's quiet, but it's like, yeah, I think they're just afraid that if they give Link a personality now, it'll affect the way people perceive the old games or something.
Well, I think it has more to do with the you know, the self-insert nature of it. You know, that you just pretend that you're saying what you would say in that situation, whereas Zelda has had a decent amount of personalities throughout her different incarnations. You know.
Yeah, but at the same time, Link, you know, some of the games he has been more expressive, and no matter what, he's always been like a blonde guy, you know, so you can only self-insert so much.
He was brown-haired at first.
Well, sure.
That's kind of a point of contention you just went into right there, you know?
Right. Well,
he's not always been blonde.
Point being, he's always just been like a white guy, you know? He's a European hero guy.
Yeah.
He's never been like a true self-insert in the sense of just, you know, being whatever you are.
I see, yeah.
Which one of these games? What is the Wario hop? I'm hopping mad.
I just think that the entire creative direction for the entire Mario series has been #not good for a couple of years now. So
I apparently lost immediately.
What is that, like a runner game?
Yeah.
I see. But yeah, like, you know...
Oh, did I?
Like,
I started it again.
Luigi's personality wasn't really set in stone until like the early 2000s.
Right.
Like people sort of organically read in the idea that Luigi is like the cowardly one or the meek one as early as like TV commercials for Mario Bros, the original back in 1983. Like Luigi was in that commercial and acted like that.
Right.
But he didn't have any personality at all in the games until around like, you know, the Mario Kart games, and he had his own voice and his own animation. And Luigi's Mansion is where it like became like clear that he's supposed to be like that. And I kind of have a theory that it was really Superstar Saga that finally like officialized it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, having read a lot of having been part of the Nintendo fan community in the mid to late 2000s. It really feels like people were playing off of Luigi's incarnation in Superstar Saga as sort of the rule book as to how Luigi acts.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's a story-driven game, so like, if a character has a personality in that, then it feels more real.
Official, yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mario didn't get that much more of a personality. He just kept acting like a good version of Mario's blandness. It worked. There was exactly one really outstanding, like in the sense that it stands out, character moment in like all the Mario and Luigi games, which is in Dream Team actually. There's one part where like basically a character implies that you're gonna have to give up all of your coins in order to progress, and Mario gets pissed off at him. He like has this animation that's like, what the fuck, no. And it's just funny, you don't see Mario get that mad that often. He's usually pretty chipper about things, you know. Everyone makes jokes about how Mario doesn't take Bowser's threat very seriously, because he doesn't seem to ever get bothered about it. The only times you ever see Mario bothered are when he's playing soccer, because I guess he just really gets into that sport, and when he's fighting other Nintendo characters. Because my theory is that Nintendo protagonists get insecure when they're reminded that even though they are the star of their own universes, there are other universes out there where they are not the main character and aren't even relevant. And I think Mario doesn't care for that at all.
I see. That's an interesting theory. This thing is just getting its ass hammered. I assume I'm hurting it. Whoa! This is like an Invader Zim.
Yeah.
Oh.
This character has a lot of personality. Oh man.
Oh god, it's so hideous. No, don't eat me! Ah, eat shit and die. Ha ha ha! Yes, look at my bicep. Holy shit, he is fucking swole.
He is.
It never occurred to me that his like upper body is kind of jacked in spite of how fat he is. This is the look I'm going for right now. This is the strong fat that I'm trying to achieve.
I was realizing mid-sentence like, oh yeah, that's your goal.
Mm-hmm.
You should try the mustache style out too.
Holy shit. Holy shit, Illuminati. It's the Lumpinati.
And when's there gonna finally be a Waluigi game? That's what I'm looking forward to. You know, all my internet going life, people have said Waluigi is a crappy character, and I'm like, why? Why? Oh, why?
All right, which one? Emerald Passage, Sapphire Passage, Topaz Passage, or Ruby Passage?
Ruby's my favorite.
Okay.
I was able to use Steven Universe as a way to judge.
Yes.
That was really
Is there
really
even
convenient.
a Topaz in Steven Universe?
I think so. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some OCs I got blended together in my memory. I don't know.
Conveyor belts. So,
Anyway, the whole Waluigi hate, like, I'm just like, why? Like, he's the same as the other characters. He just hasn't had his own game yet. Why?
Well,
What's the problem?
you know, I think there's a matter of perspective that people have, which is entirely based on how long they have known
Right.
these characters.
Like, to them, Waluigi's, like, very derivative when he showed up.
It's like, oh, they had Wario, which is like evil Mario, so now they gotta have Waluigi be evil Luigi. That's stupid. But like for me, 'cause
Yeah,
I did not.
Waluigi's always been there for me.
Yeah, like I didn't grow up playing Mario games, and one of the early ones I would have played would have been Mario Tennis, which is where Waluigi first showed up.
Yeah.
And
Like, he's got a good design. So, like, shut up.
yeah,
you know?
he's cool. I like him. I wouldn't say I have any problems with Waluigi, but again, I wouldn't like when I played Mario Tennis, I had never heard of Wario or Luigi. So when I played it, I was like, oh, I guess there's like evil versions of Mario and Luigi. Like that's a thing that's in these games. I did not know that he had just been created for Mario Tennis.
I wonder if there's like a core of people around our age who have a problem with all the abundance of baby characters that showed up in Mario Kart Wii. Because there was always Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, but since then there's been like Baby Daisy and like I mean Baby Bowser obviously, and also like Baby Rosalina, I believe. So like the babies have like really like proliferated, which I guess is what Japan is trying to encourage people. So I don't see your problem with that. It's a cultural difference, okay?
Well, have you heard anybody have a problem with the babies or?
I just wonder because it's the same kind of.
Oh, I needed to get flattened.
I see.
Cool.
Anyway, it's the same kind of like derivative character conception that maybe people would have a problem with. I don't know.
So this game's that right there was an element of this game's genius. That the tutorial, it looks like a challenge, and then when you fail it, you realize that it was a tutorial, but it's like funny as well.
Yeah.
Like it's hilarious that you're like, oh no, I gotta get through. Oh well, I guess I needed to turn into this, you know.
Wait, why did you need to turn into that?
You'll find out.
Oh, I see.
Like those were both just tutorials.
Right.
Just introducing the mechanic that we'll be using in this level, which is that there's certain stuff you can only do in your flat and certain stuff you can't do in your flat, so you gotta be prepared. And I guess I can't get through these blocks that look like they're laughing at me. Yeah, I feel like the babies wouldn't come under fire as much because they're not new characters, it's just the existing characters except they're babies, which I mean, it's assumed that every character would have been a baby at some point.
Yeah, since Partners in Time, I don't know if you know the storyline of that game, but that game basically implies that they're like dislocated in time. They're not they're not like offspring, or maybe like the children of like hardcore Mario fans who dress them up. That's the only other logical explanation. But yeah. Partners in Time is such a cool concept. I'm surprised I don't know like that many other time travel stories with the same concept of just
teaming up with your baby self.
Yeah, just like your younger self. It's a cool concept.
I agree. What was I thinking of? Oh yeah, just the note that Baby Mario is a real nigga because real niggas stay babies for life.
Oh yeah,
as we all know, as the ancient textures have written. Scriptures. Whoa, okay. I wasn't,
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's cool.
I guess water transforms.
That's some nice cartoon logic.
Yes. Water turns you back from being flattened.
You know, I was thinking about the fact that the Waluigi hate means that people dislike a new original character. Isn't that stupid? Now here I am participating in the same Nintendo doesn't have any new ideas circle jerk that's been going on for as long as Mario has been famous, you know? Like, like all getting into Nintendo, it was always people complaining about how they always just keep remaking the same games.
I guess the rock didn't need to go.
And people my age, you know, don't have that kind of problem. People like Yahtzee being like, oh man, they make the same game, they make the same Zelda over and over again. Just because they have similar design elements.
Maybe I need to get crushed and then float through here. Yeah, that seems right. Can I not jump twice? Well, I guess I can use this water.
I'm just wondering, you know, if the new generation, the 10-year-olds of today, are going to not care at all about how samey all of the new Mario games are.
I've solved this room, but it's complicated. Oh, shit, how do I even escape?
Neat.
Okay, so I need to throw that rock over to the other side somehow without losing it, and then get flattened on purpose. Okay, well, now this thing flattens me. Then I go through here, and then get wet, go up.
So water unflattens you.
Yes. Then I need this rock. I need it down here. No, don't go in the fucking... Can I get it out? Can I get it out? Oh my god. Motherfucker. Had to do it all over again.
Yeah.
You can keep going on your Nintendo point,
yeah.
Davoo, if you have anything more to say about that.
I have to figure out how to phrase it in a way that I can say it all by myself without you interjecting because you're busy solving a puzzle. Like, you know, one time I read the GameSpot.com review for Super Mario 64, written back in 1996, and one of the first paragraphs was, "I know what you're thinking, another Mario game? Mamma mia!" But actually, this one is very original and different.
You gotta read that like, "I know what you're thinking, another Mario game? Mamma mia!"
Yeah.
But take my word for it, Mario 64.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider.
Watch out!
What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, so like the point
Why
is
is
people
the
have
physics
been
on that thing so
I don't know
fucked?
what it is, but people just have such an easy time accusing Nintendo of being derivative and unoriginal because I guess they open themselves up to that kind of criticism. But the point is people have always been making that kind of criticism about Mario in particular. And
Smashed.
and like then I end up getting into the second generation of YouTubers, who is myself, people who totally appreciate the differences between 64 and Sunshine and Galaxy, unlike weirdos like Yahtzee who just sees the same game or something. Who's a dummy. I know he appreciates the differences, but I've been listening back to the Zero Punctuations, and like the way that he complains about the games being so similar is just like daft to me.
No! 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 This room is hell.
You want to use save states?
The save states won't help me. Well, I guess if
Yeah,
I
they
used
would.
it after I threw the rock over there. That would
Yeah.
help. I'm just gonna give it one more shot, and if I fail, then fuck it. This is just a random, like, challenge room.
Oh, really? I see.
Yeah.
I should have known.
Um,
But now we have the Mario games. They're all too similar.
I don't think this whole people complaining about Mario games being similar thing has anything to do with what generation it is. I think it's people are quick to say that about things they just don't care about.
Yeah.
And I think Yahtzee just doesn't care about Mario and whether or not it is some, has been something different or whatever. Like,
Yeah, it's much
not
more likely.
it's not his battle to fight because he doesn't care about it, and so he's just like, whatever, it's the same shit every time.
It is always stars.
Anybody who gives a fuck definitely will be like,
Yes.
no, it's actually,
Yes. And I can come to the defense of the new games and the 3D games. Because there's only one on each console, People are like, oh man, the new Super Mario Bros. Games. So many of the same thing. But
there were like 4 of them on the Wii, weren't there?
No, hold on. Here's the breakdown. First there was one on the DS, then there was one on the Wii, then one on the 3DS, then one on the Wii U. And that's it. That's all the ones there were. So one per console makes sense.
Are you sure about that? I remember there being like multiple on the Wii. What about the Luigi one?
That was an expansion pack, and that was on the Wii U.
I see.
Yeah, that was an expansion pack. And then there's the 3D games, you know, 3D Land on the 3DS, then 3D World on the Wii U. So that's, one per console, so it's not that unreasonable. But what is unreasonable, or at least cause for concern, is that it's been so many years since the new step forward in the Mario 3D platforming legend, I guess. And as you probably saw, people completely analyzing the shit out of the 5 seconds of Mario footage in the Switch trailer, including myself. Because people are like, oh, it better be a good, interesting one this time.
I haven't seen anything about that.
Oh man, people were like going nuts trying to analyze what kind of Mario game it's going to be based on the 5 seconds of footage. For me, the most encouraging part was that it looked like the camera was at a pulled down angle, meaning that it's not like a top down angle,
Right.
meaning that there might be a world to explore because you'll need to move the camera around to look at it. So that's encouraging, but the level design seemed pretty linear, so that was
Discouraging.
yes.
Oh, the timer's still going. How far do I need to get before I'm safe?
Well, the real message is to just stop caring about Mario, just let it be what it bees, and we just need to make the good games that aren't being made.
Yeah, I mean, every time, this is true for every big franchise. Anytime people are like, oh, the franchise has gotten stale and they're not doing anything with it, I'm always like, yeah, but you don't need that franchise.
Indeed.
Because there's 1,000 indie games that are doing the same thing.
Well, I mean, there's 1,000 indie studios that would like to do the same thing. It's just a matter of can it be done? Can it be done on the right scale with the right level of polish and be made good?
I mean, I would argue that, like, for instance, with Metroid, people have been, like, crying about how Nintendo's not treating Metroid right. Now, you know, it is sad. Speaking as a huge Metroid fan, I would love it if we got another great real Metroid game. But, like, nonetheless, for the time being, we do have, you know, fan games like AM2R. We've got official, like, real indie games like, what's it called?
Axiom
Verge,
Verge,
which was a fantastic game. You know, there's just so many different takes on the Metroid formula that are all great. And it's like, yeah, it would be nice to have another proper Metroid game, but it's well spoken for. Like, we're not in a dire need of a new Metroid platforming game. Like, there's plenty. Just go play the other ones, you know? Sure, it sucks that it's not Samus, but whatever. It's still good.
I remember someone made like a... Wait, no, I think this is the thing that Jesse bought, which was like a different level pack for Super Metroid that some fan made.
Oh, there's a ton of those. There's a bunch of them.
I'm sure there's a ton. There was one in particular that I saw on the internet.
Yeah, there's... Metroid is a very well taken care of franchise in terms of fan involvement, you know, because Nintendo's not doing anything with it. But, like, personally, I just see it as, yeah, like, it's not such a big deal that Metroid's not having a new game when there's so much going on.
This is most pronounced in the case of 2D Sonic games, because, in my opinion, Freedom Planet is better than any Sonic game.
Right. And Dust Force is better than any Sonic game.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, like, Freedom Planet is better at, like, appeasing Sonic fans in every way, with the furry stuff, all the way down to the speed, and, like, the cheesy plot lines, the cheesy voice acting. It does everything that the Sonic games want to be, but better. And it's great for it.
I did it. Oh, shit, I'm not done. Oh,
this has been, like, 25 minutes, should we say, next time on Digibro and Others?
I'm trying to get to the end of this fucking segment here. I don't know how far I need to go with this timer.
Whoa, hey, you floated.
Yeah. Oh shit, I'm just bleeding coins until I reach the end of the level. But was the end of the level... I mean, I'm just heading back to the beginning right now. Do I need to go back to the beginning? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, next time on Digi and Davoo playing Wario, more Wario.
I thought this show was going to be called Digibro and Others. That's what you always wanted to call it when you got other TPC people involved.
Maybe.
Hehehe.